Here we have a SAT math problem. Okay, let's go to the question. In the figure above, O is the center of the circle. Measure of arc ACB is 3 pi over 2 radians and length of the chord AB is 4 times square root of 2. What is the area of triangle OAB? Okay, using the given information, we have to find the area of this triangle OAB. Okay, first let me consider this particular piece of information. That is the measure of arc ACB is 3 pi over 2 radians. That is ACB over here. So its measure is 3 pi over 2 radians. Measurements so the angle subtended by this arc at the center of the circle is 3 pi over 2 radians. Okay, for my convenience, I change this angle measure to degrees. So whenever I want to change radians to degrees, what I have to do is I have to plug in 180 degrees for pi. Then I'm getting 3 times 180 degrees divided by 2. That is equal to, so 2 goes into 2 1 times and 2 goes into 180 90 times. When I multiply 3 and 90 degrees, I am getting 270 degrees. So 3 pi over 2 radians equals to 270 degrees. So the angle subtended by the arc ACB at the center of the circle over here is 270 degrees. Okay, we know that the angle in a full circle is 360 degrees. Here we have full circle. So in this full circle, this particular part is 270 degrees. Then what is the measure of this part? So to find the measure of the angle of this part, we have to subtract this 270 degrees from the full angle 360 degrees. When I subtract 270 degrees from the 360 degrees of full angle, I am getting 90 degrees. 90 degrees is a right angle. So let me mark right angle over here. So here 90 degrees. When I add 270 and 90, I am getting 360. So that is the angle measure in the full circle. So now clearly OAB is a right triangle because we have right angle over here. Okay, now what should be the measure of angle over here and what should be the measure of angle over here? For that, let's consider the two sides of the triangle OA and OB. For the circle, this OA represents a radius and this OB also represents a radius. Since both OA and OB represent the radius of the circle, so the length of OA, the length of OB must be equal. Okay, here the interior angle measure at the vertex A, interior angle measure at vertex B, both of them are opposite to the sides of equal length. So in a triangle, if there are two interior angle measures which are opposite to the sides of equal length, then those two interior angle measures must be equal. So the interior angle at vertex A, the interior angle at vertex B must be equal because both of them are opposite to the sides of equal length. Already we know that this is 90 degrees. Then what must be the angle measure over here? What must be the angle measure over here? It has to be 45 degrees and here also we must have 45 degrees. So that when I add the three interior angles of this triangle, they add up to 180 degrees. Because in any triangle, the three interior angles will add up to 180 degrees. Now clearly it's an isosceles triangle because two sides of this triangle are equal. And also this OAB is a special right triangle, that is 45, 45, 90 special right triangle. In a 45, 45, 90 special right triangle, apart from the hypotenuse, the remaining two legs must be equal in length. Here AB is hypotenuse because it's opposite to the right angle 90 degrees. So the remaining two legs are OA and OB. So they are equal in length. Already we know that. If I assume X as the length of OA, then the length of OB also must be X. And the length of the hypotenuse has to be X times square root of 2. Already we know this stuff in 45, 45, 90 special right triangle. Okay, so when I assume X as the length of OA and OB, then the length of the hypotenuse AB is X times square root of 2. But already we have the length of this chord AB that is given in the question 4 times square root of 2. So this X times square root of 2, this 4 times square root of 2 represent the same stuff. So we can equate them. It is X times square root of 2 equals to 4 times square root of 2. Now let me divide both sides by square root of 2 to solve for X. Then the square root of 2 will cancel. The same here. I am getting X equals to 4. Okay, now I got the value of X. Now let me replace this X by the value that is 4. Then the length of the leg OA is 4. The length of the leg OB is also 4. And AB is given that is 4 times square root of 2. Okay, in a right triangle, so apart from the hypotenuse, let's consider the remaining two legs OA and OB. So in these two legs, we can consider one of the legs as the base and the other leg as the height of the triangle. Okay, we can assume OA as the base of the triangle and OB as the height of the triangle. Okay, now let's use a formula to get area of a triangle. Let me write it. Area of a triangle OAB equals to, so the formula to get area of a triangle is 1/2 times base times height. Okay, here we have considered OA as the base of the triangle and OB as the height of the triangle. So the base of the triangle is 4. So let me plug in 4 for B. And the height of the triangle is also the same 4. Let me plug in 4 for right. 2 goes into 2 1 times and 2 goes into 4 2 times. Now let's multiply this 1 and 2. 1 times 2 is 2. 2 times 4 is 8. Therefore, area of triangle OAB is 8 square units.